Good day, and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. I really need to start working on possibly a different opening to my videos. Maybe something like it's your boy Coldplay is back at it with another X video, but I think that's probably stale and outdated. But I think I'll do it for a while, just as a throwback to old school YouTube. We're here with the youth SBR stage, which is SBR stage number 38, I believe. We're going to rock the Go Tanks as the lead from my side. We're going to have the double Kamehameha team of Goten and Trunks. We're going to have B-Pan, and we're going to have 3 Go Tanks kind of rocking on this team. Overall, the youth stage, definitely one of the easier stages. I think you have a lot of great free-to-play options for this stage, which does help. You have Goku and Arale, you have Int Bulma, you have B-Pan, you have Goku and Bulma, the LR from the SBR stage. You have the physical Gohan, even though you can't pair with a Goku, he's still pretty good. And then you also have this easier Ghost Tanks. So yeah, you have quite a few good free-to-play options for the stage. Definitely one, I think, where the team itself is quite well equipped. But yeah, I think definitely in terms of pairings, the way it's going to go is we're going to kind of rock Go Tanks with Go Tanks, the strength one. And then we're going to rock these Goku's as floaters for the most part. B-Pan, very good unit. I think she can sometimes be undervalued just through the fact that you either A, don't use her a lot, or a lot of people don't do SBR content, so they don't tend to value her a lot. The way you get B-Pan is basically a drop from the B-Pan training mission that happens every week from the 100 stamina stage. So it's a little bit of luck now. There was an increased drop rate during the anniversary where we focused on GT characters, the 4th anniversary, but it's still doable. You can still get her. It's not like her SA means much either, so you really only need her at 10 for her full kind of kit and to have her obviously rainbowed. But it's mainly her damage reduction, her ability to stun, and her healing that really helps you out. So in terms of rotations, what I was thinking we're going to do is you obviously want to have the Kamehameha duo connected. That's the first part. I screw that up a lot in this video. I do not get them connected. I keep moving them onto different rotations, and that's just because I keep losing track of them and I'm not necessarily focusing on getting them in. The duo together, when they're with each other, have 70% reduction after super attack, which makes them incredibly powerful defensively, and they also do a massively increased amount of damage. Because of this fact that I don't put them together, this stage takes longer than it probably should. But that's okay. It's good to see these kind of mistakes happen. You see we've got B-Pan's active there, so B-Pan's going to get a nice bit of a chunk of active going. We stick Go 10 in the second slot so he can't take a lot of damage, and then we're going to have the Go Tanks still at the back. The Go Tanks, 55%, incredibly good card. I remember seeing him and thinking I didn't want him when he first came out. Go Tanks is not one of my favorite characters at all, but this card is just so good, so helpful. His kit's so great, especially once he transforms. It's just that chance to stun, the extra defense. He's just, yeah, he's a great card, and he was super helpful in a lot of these stages. So I think, yeah, his leader skill maybe is not that great, but overall, I mean, he leads the youth category, which he meshes very well in, and can actually be quite a fun category. It's quite diverse, and the special pose category is not so fleshed out right now, but could also be a fun team in the future. I mean, especially if the Ginyu Force gets an easy A or something like that, or there's some different units that pop up down the line. So you can see here we've got both of them stunned, so we're really rocking it here. I'm doing a weird thing of having the strength go 10 Gotenks, linking with the Ghost Gotenks is like a main rotation for now. I didn't really get my rotation sorted out in this video for quite a while, but it's okay. This Easy A Gotenks, it's got 2 dupes, and he's pretty good. This the Easy A Ghost Tanks, as we call them, the Gotenks with the ghosts, is also very good. He has stun chance, he gains defense and attack per Rainbow Orb, he generates Rainbow Orbs, he greatly raises defense on super attack, so yeah, he's got a lot going on. He's really good. And this Goku is also pretty good. I like this Goku. I might do another run where I focus on getting the Goku and Bulma combo going. I think that's a very good combo to have. And I think if they bring out a Kid Krillin, youth category could have some pretty good options. So yeah, Trunks takes a bit of damage before the super attack. That's because the full damage reduction isn't kicked in. But afterwards, him and Goten would pretty much not take any damage. I mean, they would, but they're never at risk of causing us to die. And that's the main thing in SBR. Can the unit take hits? Can it take multiple super attacks? Will it cost you if it does take a super attack? That's kind of how you evaluate them. But yeah, we've kind of managed to set up everything perfectly now. We kind of got the rotations going. It took a whole fight, but that's okay. Goten and Trunks on the one, and the Gotenks is on the other. This Gotenks' support buff kicks in when there's multiple enemies. So it is important to note that you will lose it when we drop down to a single enemy. But I mean, overall, he's a very good card. I really like him. I really like using him, and I think he's great. Especially since he links so well with Gotenks once he transforms. Once there's the SS3 physical Gotenks gets his transformation or his Easy A, he might become a super incredibly good linking partner for this Gotenks. But I still think for SBR that might be a bit too late into the actual stage, because remember that Gotenks can only transform into SS3 Gotenks from stage 7, which is super late in SBR. Maybe in category Extreme Battle Road that'll come out, but it's not something that I would say you want to plan around. Definitely plan around them being Super Saiyan, because that's 3rd turn, but don't plan around them being SS3. But you can see here how the rest of the, I want to say, round's gonna go. We've got the rotation set up. Goten and Trunks are a very good rotation. We've got decent amount of stuns in this lineup as well. You've got Kid Goku with a stun. You've got Ghost Tanks with a stun. You've got Gotenks strength with a stun, and you got Gotenks once he transforms with a stun. So you got a lot of control for these fights. You got a decent amount of damage for these fights, especially with the 2 Kamehameha units. Remember, they raise allies' attack by 30% on their own Kamehamehas. So yeah, once those 2 get going, once they start supering and all that, it's very impressive. I don't want to say it's game over, because they can still take damage, but they're incredibly reliable. Super helpful units. So here, we're going to use B-Pan's active skill. You can see we've got the full range of Gotenks' buffs, which is very important. His defensive buffs have a chance to kick in once he goes Super Saiyan, which is probably his most irritating thing, but they usually both kick in, and once they do, he can be very powerful. And yeah, I mean, overall this stage was somewhat difficult. I don't want to say it was the most difficult stage, because it definitely wasn't. In terms of team build, you have decent options. I mean, I listed a couple that aren't here that are definitely decent options that you can use. And yeah, I mean, there's also, Kid Chi-Chi who pairs super well with Kid Goku. There's a lot of units that are very good. I mean, you could even still use the whole Teen Gohan crew that exists there. There's plenty of decent units for this stage. I don't think you need the Teen Gohan. I think a more youth-centric lineup like this, that's maybe not, just like a 14 category card like Teen Gohan can do the stage. I think you can even free-to-play the stage. There is a video of someone free-to-playing it, which I will definitely try, and I will put up in the playlist if I succeed. It's a bit of luck, but I mean, if I can succeed in it, I'll definitely put it up, and I think that's a good it's good to have these stages. They do tend to have one every kind of SBR run, I want to say. You get like the Ginyu Force stage, you get like the Pepe Gal stage, you get this stage. Not that they're easy, but they're like designed to be doable by free-to-play based teams. I think that's good. I think it's good to have a stage that they designed so that people who are grinding the events and grinding these cards and only have free-to-play cards, or aren't so lucky that can do a stage, can get the 6 stones, can experience the whole SBR vibe. I think that is important. And I think it's really nice that they do. By the way, anyone who's watched any of my SBR videos knows exactly how much this Goku's active skill has carried a lot of SBR runs and really helped out. And we'll once again see how it does exactly that here by dealing a tremendous amount of damage to another unit, allowing us to get into kill range. It's such an underrated facility of that card that he can just pop up and dish a third of someone's health and damage. It's just super impressive, so helpful, and just, I do love that animation. I think it was like one of the first active skills that came out. I think that moment in the series is iconic, that Kid Goku versus Piccolo kind of first Ozaru moment, really, barring the transformations. That kind of like Saiyan Ozaru hybrid that we all, kind of know and love now. That kind of mingling of their bestial side with their, key control. And it's just an awesome shot. The animation's really good. It was at the start of when animation started to really become top-notch and impressive. They weren't just, stock standard super attacks anymore. They were actual scenes from the show, and they were super impressive. But yeah, really great. Good run, like I say. Here, this overall, I haven't commented too much on the enemies you face, mainly just because the fights are not too horrendously constructed. There's no like 5-man fights or anything like that, where you're kind of fighting 5 of them at once. You might get super attacked by most of them, and because of the team dynamic, because of the way the team is built, there's very little chance, actually. Well, not little chance, but you have quite a bit of control. Like I said, you've got 3 or 4 stuns on the team already, with the strength go tanks, the ghost tanks, the go tanks, and the Kid Goku. And even if you swap some of those out, you still have a lot of stuns. Goku and Arale have a 12 key seal. The Goku Bulma LR that you get from finishing SBR stages 21 to 30, they have a stun. The Bulma unit that you could use instead, she has high evasion. So even though you could maybe swap some of these guys out, the units you bring in would have stuns or seals, or will replace that utility in some way, which I think is, very impressive and very good. So yeah, definitely something I would say you want to keep an eye out on. And it's a very nice category. I gotta be honest, I actually enjoyed doing this stage because I could see there's multiple ways to do it. There's a couple other options you could do. You could go with like a more Gohan based team. You could definitely go with like a more DB Saga kind of team. Good to throw in a couple more Go Tanks / of these like hybrid Saiyan kind of youth cards in there as well. So I think it's really cool. I think it's a good stage. They were really well constructed. But yeah, the amount of stuns you have is really it's really gonna help you control the fights, I wanna say. Especially since without having a lot of dupes in your Go Tanks, there's not a lot of massive damage dealers. You'll see these cards do decent damage, 2 mil, 3 mil, 2.5 mil, which is good damage. Even with the link updates and every card getting buffed, that's good damage. 2 mil is a good attack stat, especially without a lot of work going into it, with just being natural links. But you're not going to see, without dupes and that Go Tanks, you're not going to see the one-shot kill kind of damage that you see other cards like Tech Broly or the Go Frieza or anything like that. where cards are just dishing out 5-6 million and just decimating their opponents. So yeah, but yeah, beyond that slight issue, I think overall the team is very manageable. A couple more options than what you see here, which is good, and overall the stage is pretty good. Because of the stuns and that, it's pretty easy. There's no real attack lowering, so if you don't get those stuns off, you could be in a bit of a bind, which is a bit of a bummer, because stuns are like, attack lowering is your more reliable control method, I want to say, because attack lowering is guaranteed. You know after 2 or 3 rounds the units are not going to be hitting nearly as hard as they did in the beginning, which is helpful for managing your kind of team lineup, the way you're taking on the fight. Stuns, less chance, a lot more mitigation, but with stuns the problem is obviously if they don't come off, then you kind of sit in an awkward space where you're relying on that stun. But yeah, but overall, nice stage, good team, and we'll actually finish it off with B-Pan, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I like the stage, I like the team, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers, and bye.